So we are looking at joint duration, and joint duration is the relationship between three or more variables. So when we have a variation that involves three or more variables, we refer to that as joint duration. You could combine two direct variation or a direct variation and inverse variation in this case. We're going to see some practical example. We can have, say, something like this: m kv square. This means that m varies jointly as k and v square. What do we have? Something, say, t varies as u over r square. You can interpret this as t varies directly as u and inversely as r square. So these are all joint variations. We could also have, say, k varies as t y square b. Can interpret this as t varies jointly as t y square and b. All these are all joint variation. You can see that they involve three or more variables. So we'll take an example on joint variation and see how we can solve questions involving joint variation. Let's say you have example 1. If p varies jointly as q, varies jointly as varies directly as q and inversely as r square, when q is equal to 5, r is equal to 3, and p is equal to 20. We are told to find p when q is equal to 6 and r is equal to 4. So if we have this, the first thing to do is to find the relationship between the variables. So if I have that p varies directly as q and inversely as r square, I can write this as, say, p is equal to, rather, kq over r square, where k is the constant. So having written that, we find the relationship between the variables, that's p, q, and r. To do that, we are told that when q is 5, r is 3, and p is 20, we simply substitute the values into this equation so that we have p as 20. We have 20 is equal to k, which is a constant, times q is 6 over q is 5, rather, We have q as 5 here, over arrow square. What is arrow? Arrow is 3, so we have 3 square, so that you can have 20 is equal to 5k over 3 square is 9. This is over 1. If I cross multiply, I'll simply have 5k times 1 is equal to 20 times 9. So that k is equal to 20 times 9, which is 180 over 5. That's 20 times 9 over 5. So we have that k is equal to 36. So I can write the relationship between the variables as p is equal to 36q, because k is 36, over arrow square. That brings us to our question, which says find p when q is equal to 6 and arrow is equal to 4. So we can go on. Our relationship is p is equal to 36q over arrow square. So since we have p is equal to 36q, we have that as 36 times q here is 6 over arrow here is 4, so I have 4 square. So that will give me p as equal to 36 times 6 over 16, and that will be equal to, so I have p as 13.5. So I've been able to solve that question.